This is Nathi'S Mark 1 Golf, a proper classic that he bought as a project car, and he brought it to us to bring it back to life. But before we touch anything and before we pick up any tools, we need to find out what he loves about this car and why he chose a specific Mark 1 Golf.
Hi guys, so this is my new to me Golf 1 City Golf that I recently bought as a project car to add to the channel. And first thing with obviously buying those cars, it needs a lot of work. It's a project car. And the first place to start with a new car or project car that you don't know where it came from is to do a full service. This car has a few issues. It's got, obviously it doesn't idle very great. So I brought it to Mambo because I know when it comes to repairing a car to OEM standards, he's the guy to go to. So hopefully with Mambo, we're able to get the car driving, replace all the bearings, suspension bushings, control arms, all that kind of stuff. And whatever we find more, I know Mambo can fix it. So when this car's done, it should be driving as good as it does when it was new. Because right now, it's not the safest car to drive. But Mambo, hopefully he's gonna get this car running perfectly again. Even though a lot of things with the car do not work, at least my car does one thing right. Every single door opens and closes with ease. So does your Mark 1 do that?
So guys, before we get into the video, we are currently giving away our Maserati Gran Turismo naturally aspirated V8. Under HMPO, which is helping Mzansi people out. We are going to be building some technology rooms and some physical science laboratories in KZN, and we are going to take you along that journey. So if you would like to own the Maserati, entry is only 100 Rand, and you can click the link below for helpingmzansi.org and you can buy yourself as many tickets as you want. Ticket sales are also limited, so first come, first serve. Good luck, baba. Even though I'm not at the workshop today, I've got my trusty technicians to assist with bringing this Golf back to life.
Okay, this is a Golf 1, 1.4 liter fuel injection. So the first thing I'm supposed to do...
It's 1.6.
It's a 1.6.
Yeah.
Okay, it's a 1.6 fuel injection. First thing you're supposed to do when the car comes in, you have to check everything. You have to go for a test drive first. Feel if there's any, if the car is pulling to one side or it's going straight, if it's going over humps, you have to check everything. Then from the test drive, I put it on the ramp, then check the wheel bearings and all that. So first thing, test drive.
All right, let's go.
My technician will be assisting in doing the full inspection, major service, and of course the test drive to ensure this car is ready for the road ahead. So first things first, let's take it out on a road test drive to see what we're working with.
The first things first, the wheel bearing. What I can feel here, if I'm test driving this car, the wheel bearings, they are wobbling.
Yeah, well.
So there's a wobbling sound. I'm testing the wheel bearings. Then from there, I'll turn 360 with the car, check if the outer CVs or the inner CVs are okay.
Okay,
So that's what I'm gonna do right now.
That's a first. It's never thrown a coolant light. Oh yeah, it does. Never mind. It's under. But I put an oil pressure. Doesn't turn very well that way, eh? Yeah, guys, the car doesn't turn very well and turn left. It just goes like far. Now we're driving. You want to do more driving? You done enough.
when you brake, you need to check if it's pulling to one side, or when you brake, it brakes like it doesn't go one side, pull to one side or anything.
And how's it braking now?
So far, it's braking okay. Brakes okay.
Are you okay? I don't think they're okay.
Okay, brakes. Let's go. Both brakes like this.
See, the master cylinder is fine. So I put the master cylinder, I think it's not right. Okay, if car just saying the brakes are fine, I think it's time I do a brake upgrade, like a big brake kit on this car, because I quite actually this can't be standard. This can't be how the car came from.
Yeah.
Because going down there, at a stop sign, you feel it goes down right a little bit.
When I change the gear or like when I'm accelerating, the car like tends to
Snakes,
yeah, like this. So I need to put it on the lift, check it up, check the suspension.
That's so when I bought the car, the guy said the car just needs a wheel pressure switch or something. Wheel pressure switch, but we have that also with that. Because it goes away, or what?
What comes and goes on.
Yeah.
Let's just hope it's not the oil pressure itself. So if the oil pressure is low, it will come on and go, come on and go. Start with the switch, put the switch. See if it's still on. Because of the suspension, I'm afraid to press this thing. I can't press it.
I can't even need to do a thorough check, Baba. I'm telling you to press it. You know, it's just like a customer saying, I'm saying press it, just don't kill me, Baba. Push it. Alright, let's see. I'll brace like this, chef. I'll hold like this, chef.
As long as the suspension is like this, then I ask someone to press it.
Also, when I came here, I didn't on the highway. I took the back route. So, hey, I was so scared. Baba.
Yeah, you can't press this thing.
But press it. I can't hold it. I'm ready now, chef. I'll brace like this.
Okay, the bonnet, check out the bonnet.
Yes, I told it's open now.
Yeah, if it opens, it's the windscreen will part.
Yeah, I know, it's fine. You can drive up to 80, just don't go like over 80. So the latch is broken on the bonnet. So it unlatches, one of the wind gets high.
Yeah.
It unlatches, don't worry. I told you, I know this car. But you know, but I know my car. Listen, I'm bracing, chef. I'm bracing, chef. Push it. It locks, yeah. It locks, sorry. Let's see, little young pull there. Fill the power with 1.6. See how the car moves. Eh? Car's wobbling. Can't be that bad. Can't be that bad, Baza.
I think the new pattern is the suspension. The suspension is the most important part in the vehicle. Your engine can be damaged or whatever, but the suspension, that's what carries your life. Once a bolt joint comes out or anything, you did. So you should make sure your suspension is right.
Nathi'S Golf 1 isn't exactly in the best condition, and that's why it's here to restore it back to its former glory. It's very important to do a car vertical check before purchasing it. Car vertical isn't just only friendly to newer model cars, but it also works on older model vehicles. Let's use a car vertical check that we did on Chrissy's Golf 1. What year model is this car?
2009.
2000. And how long have you owned this car?
That year is 10 years.
10 years?
Yes, that year is 10 years.
She has owned this car for over 10 years?
Yes.
Just over 10 years?
Yes.
And I'm guessing as well you got it pre-owned, no?
Yes, I did.
Which means that this car also has a little bit of history to it. Do you know the history of this car?
Partially.
Partially. But not the full history.
Not at all.
When you buy a car, they're not like fully tell you everything because they don't want to lose the sale.
Yes.
And that's why we have got some wonderful platforms like Car Vertical. Car Vertical is a user-friendly platform that actually tells you the full history of your car, even the one that the dealers want to hide away from you. So you can also take full advantage of Car Vertical's user-friendly platform by using our promo code, which is Mambo20, and you can get a 20% off on your Car Vertical check. So let's do a quick Car Vertical check on this lady's car. After typing in the VIN number of this Golf 1, we discovered that even a car as old as 2009 works on Car Vertical. The Car Vertical check came out clean. This vehicle has got no reports for previous theft or accident damage. And as you can see, guys, the history on this car is not that bad. No, it's not that bad.
It's right.
No nasty surprises.
It's doable.
Exactly. And that is what you want every time you want to commit to buying a new vehicle. Remember, buy smart, use car vertical. First of all, you can see that something is off. The performance of this vehicle is weak. The suspension feels completely worn out. This car is in definite need of some attention. After the test drive, we brought it back into the workshop and now it's time for a full inspection. We jacked the car up to get a proper look underneath the vehicle.
See this play? There's a play there. Play this side. Into the sun. This wheel bearing, you need to change the wheel bearing. Then even the front one, there's a play. So you need to change the wheel bearings and hubs in front. At the back, you need to change the wheel bearings.
That's it, ready for that.
When we're checking the vehicle, starting with the drive shaft, outer CV joints.
It's supposed to move like that, though, isn't it?
No, it's not supposed to move like this.
It's supposed to move at all or just a little bit or nothing?
It's not supposed to move at all like this. Inner and outer CV joints complete, or the complete drive shafts, both sides. Right, then your control arm.
Yeah, bro.
Control arm, you also need to replace your control arms. Yeah, you need to replace the control arm both sides with the ball joints. Because you see how it is there with the ball joints.
Ball joints.
Yeah.
Probably in the bushings there, probably.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, then oil leak, there's an oil leak, is even on your sump here. You need to put a sump gasket. The sump gasket, close all the oil leaks. And then, yeah.
Oil leak.
When your engine mounting, don't forget that engine mounting, you need to replace.
Yeah.
It's engine mounting. Then also your gear links.
Feeling, because I know I can find first gear.
Yeah.
I know it's the car, not me.
Yeah.
It's this thing here.
Yeah, that's why you can't get a first gear because of these links. So once we replace all the links, your gears will be like, whoop, same time.
At this point, I'm replacing the whole of the front suspension, wasn't it?
Yeah.
You're agreeing with me? Damn.
When your exhaust, it's leaking there.
Don't worry about that. I got a plan for that one. That's exhaust. I'm not worried about that one. I know a guy. I know a guy. Okay.
Yeah, so basically your suspension you need to replace.
Okay.
All the stuff. Wheel bearings,
Wheel bearings,
hubs, all the suspension part.
On this Mark 1 Golf, there's visible signs of rust, worn out bushes, and multiple suspension components that are no longer doing their job. This repair and this project will need a lot of parts. And this is exactly why inspections are so important, because from the outside, you wouldn't immediately see all of this. Once we've identified all of the issues, now we'll have to lower the car back down and begin with the major service.
Woo, look who just pulled up. The Mazda with the exhaust. Woo. Mambo, how are you? This car looks nice. And the fitment though, Mambo. I have a guy for you. What is this fitment, Mambo? Sheba. Car guys, ne? Bring the wheel out in line with the fender. Like, you need like a...
On Maseratis, they're all like this. There's spaces
No.
that... No, listen. You don't know nothing. I got the Maserati.
He has a Maserati. I have a MK1 there.
On these Maseratis, there's aftermarket spaces that you can get. I've actually seen a couple of YouTube videos. There's aftermarket spaces that you can get, and it pushes the wheel out just a little bit. But it's the correct PCB. There's the PCB there for the rim. So when
No, get spaces. You know what? Get it.
yeah, but it's not the priority right now. The priority right now is to just have a nice running.
Rev the car. Let's hear this thing. Oh, the button.
Yeah.
I saw the video. Where's the button?
So the button is
There's a
like
little hidden button here that opens
Yeah.
the valves.
this one.
Oh, you can hear
Okay,
it. Wait,
yeah.
close it again. Listen to the difference.
Oh, that's true.
Closed.
We'll start by draining the old engine oil. And with Nathi's excitement, he also wants a piece of the action to get his hands dirty. Now we can move on to the oil filter. Replacing your oil filter always ensures that you don't have any particles within your engine oil. Your engine oil is clean and filtered at all times.
I'm done draining the oil. And now I need to drop the car down, then add oil, put new oil on the vehicle.
We can finally start by topping up the engine oil on this Golf MK1. The Golf MK1 takes up to 3.5 liters of Castrol 20W50. Next, we will be replacing the air filter to ensure the engine is getting clean and fresh air. From there, we are going to replace the spark plugs. And there you have it. MK1 Golf major service done and complete on Nathi'S car. And if you would like to watch more about this build, make sure to check out his full build on his channel. Be sure to also check out our Maserati giveaway, where we will be giving away the Maserati Gran Turismo for only 100 Rand. You can also buy as many tickets as you want. It is a first come, first serve. The tickets are also limited, so don't miss this once in a lifetime opportunity.